Imagine if Niall Horan asks, what is your favorite quote and why? By the way, I love you so much. Oh, I love you too. My favorite quote, it's really long, but if you look on my account, it was recent. It's a black and white picture of Niall, and it's like basically called I want to be the friend you hopelessly fall in love with. And it is the most amazing quote in the world. It's from Shatter Me. It's just so I just love how the author words like how this guy is so in love with a girl in all these different ways. Like he's in love with her like physically and like emotionally and spiritually, and it's just so perfect. Like I hope one day someone would say that to me because I'm a really like deep person. Like I really like deep relationships, and if someone said something like that to me, it would make me feel so special. So that's my sappy little thing for the day. She also asks, when did you start writing? I've written my entire life. I always write. I started writing fanfics like in mid-late summer. One fanfic D asks, how did you come up with the ideas for your fanfictions and what inspires you to write them? They literally pop into my head. Like, that sounds really weird, but I'll just, like, the idea literally randomly comes to my head. Like, I can think of a whole plot line in 30 seconds. I don't know how it happens. It just does. It's kind of weird. Because, like, I can think of all these stories and stuff, but then, like, when it comes to real schoolwork, I suck. American Horror Story Moments asks, I like your username a lot. Out of all the boys in One Direction, who would you put yourself with? Why? Obviously, I put myself with Niall. Lexi713 asks, what inspired you? Do your parents or anyone else know about your stories besides your followers? My parents don't know. Hopefully it stays that way. My sisters know. That's pretty much it. A Purple Shoelace asks, why are you so amazing? I'm seriously not, guys. It's so sweet that you say that, but I'm really not. I'm pretty normal. Nothing really sticks out with me. Born Wonderful, Childhood Obsession, Webkins. Oh my gosh. Webkins, Littlest Pet Shop, My Little Pony. Superheroes. Superheroes. I didn't stop. I used to have books filled with different superheroes and their powers and their stories and stuff. I didn't stop playing superheroes like Make Believe until I was like 15. When do you fanfic feels? When did you start writing? As soon as I could write. So, like, sick. No. I could read when I was 4. I started writing when I was 5. Yeah. My first book was Butt. And then she said, what would be the perfect present for someone to get you? Oh, this is going to sound really cheesy, but I love it when people give me flowers. Like, when I was working at the theater that I was telling you guys about, this boy gave me a rose, and I thought it was really sweet. Snuggle Liam asked, what inspired you to start writing? P.S. I love you, Kipling. I love you too, girl. I've always, like, loved to, like, share people my ideas, even though most of my life no one cares. So it was so cool when I first wrote Remember Me, and people were like, this is really good. I was like, wait, you like it? You don't think I'm crazy? Because, like, my sisters don't really care that much. Like, they think it's awesome that you guys, like, love me so much. But they don't read any of my stories. Like, no one really listens. So it's so cool for me to know that, like, you guys like them and you enjoy them. And I think that's really special. That's probably the main reason why I keep writing. Because I'm like, well, these guys might like it and stuff. Because a lot of people here where I live don't understand my craziness. And you guys seem to. So it's really cool. Hey, it's Haley Horan asked, what age were you when you became a director? I just turned 17. Niall ate my house. What's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you? Oh my gosh. Okay, I could fill a Bible with the most embarrassing things. I'll have to get back to that because all my stories are really long. Christina Har asked, if you could be any kind of food in the entire world, what would you be? Probably fried rice. Alexis Langlois, I'm so sorry. I feel so bad. You guys are going to be watching this and like, she completely mispronounced my name. She's so stupid. Alexis asks, what would you do if you dated Niall, got engaged, and on your wedding day you woke up and realized it was just a dream and you're actually writing fantastic stories about them? I've had so many dreams where we've gotten married and I wake up to them. You can imagine how depressed I am a lot of the time. It's very disappointing. Emma Grace, 22, do you play any sports? I used to play tennis. I did basketball for a day. I did gymnastics for a day. I was like 2. I did ballet. I was part of a professional ballet company for 4 years, and then I just stopped because of a knee injury. I did Krav Maga. I was about to get into water polo, but I did not. Right now I'm doing CrossFit. Harry's Taco. What was up with power and control? I don't know. What was up with it? I don't know what that means. And also explain your thoughts on Titanic. Oh my gosh. I've never cried so hard in a movie. I saw it for the first time last summer. Oh my gosh. Bridget the Bussy asked, biggest pet peeve. This is going to sound really hypocritical. I hate when girls touch their hair, but I do it all the time. I don't like when people are nervous and they blink like this. I'm like, this is kind of mean. I don't like shy people. It's like a pet, like I hate when I'm the one who's only talking in the conversation and they're just kind of like, oh yeah. Yeah. I'm like, okay, you're frustrating me because I'm just really loud, which is bad because then I hate loud people too, but then I'm like the loudest person ever. Miss Sadie 14 asks, what's your favorite thing to do in the entire world? I love reading. I'd say reading is my favorite thing to do. Graciel Kobo asks, have you ever considered to be a professional writer? I have a couple of times. I don't think I'd be good enough to write like a real story because I mean look how short my stories are on Instagram and stuff. I think that would be cool though. Maybe. Who knows? GBean27 asks, why don't you have a kick? It's just, with a kick, I don't have time. I'm so bad at answering people as it is. Like, it usually takes me a day or 2 to get back to you on a text just because I forget. And I'm just not a big texter, so I'd probably never answer you, and I wouldn't want to hurt your feelings and stuff. And so, yeah. Plus, I don't know if I like kick them. Jolena Co asks, oh, I can finally see and hear my favorite author instead of just a picture. Remember me! I remember you. I'm too awesome to forget. LOL. JK, JK. Why do you love Niall so much? You're so adorable. I love Niall so much because he was my least favorite One Direction at first. With Niall, it's never about him. He's just kind of there in the background enjoying it. And he just smiles and laughs. His laugh kills me. His sense of humor. And I like how he doesn't care what people think about him. And that's something I still struggle with. So I think it's really great. He's like humbly confident. Like he knows who he is and what he's about. And he's totally fine with it. And I think that's great. Because I think a lot of people have that quality. Not to mention he's just so freaking sexy. So that helps too. I wish 1D would love me, asks. My question is, so have you always been a Niall girl, and why did he stand out to you the most? Niall was my least favorite. My favorite was Louis at first. When I first started watching the video diaries, and I thought Louis was just freaking hilarious because he was like so loud. But like as I watched them more, I started like looking at Niall. And I don't know. It just really this never happened before, but it really stood out to me that he just sat in the background and laughed and stuff. It's really funny because whenever I listened to their album, I was like, how the heck am I supposed to know who sings what part? And it's so funny because all of Niall's solos were my favorite, and I didn't know Niall sang them, but like I could like distinguish his voice out of the others. And so when I looked back at it again, I'm like, oh, this is Niall's voice. And so I just learned more about him, and I just totally fell in love with him. And I think that was cool because instead of like falling in love with someone like at first you kind of like grow to like someone. Like I just think that's really cool, just getting to know him more and falling in love with him even more as you get to know him. Emily Setka, who is sassier, Louis Tomlinson or Gerard Way? They're both sassy in different ways. So I don't think the question is who is sassier. I think the question really is who is the sassiest. And that would be me. New Directioner asks, if you had a free ticket to go anywhere in the world, where would you go? See, I don't like traveling. I guess I'd go to Ireland just to see what it's all about and get to know my husband's background and what. Forever Infinity, what inspires you to write? Music, ideas, different books, thoughts. Ally the Unicorn, how do you come up with your stories? They literally just pop into my head. Will you be my mega friend? I'll be your mega friend, okay? M loves soccer. Are you planning on being an author, or do you have other career dreams? I want to be an actress, but I might take up writing. Niall Horan's girlfriend. How often do you read other people's fanfics, and if you do read them, do you have any recommendations? I don't like reading fanfiction. Okay, I'll be more specific. I don't like reading One Direction fanfiction. I don't know why. It doesn't hold my attention. I've read one of my friend's fanfics, 11. She has one about Niall right now, and it's called Saint the Sinner, or Sinner the Saint. And I really like it. I'm really into it, and I like that a lot. I've read some of my friend Niall Roar's fanfics, and they're really good too. But yeah, so I definitely recommend Fanfics 11's fanfiction and Niall Roar's fanfiction. It's really good. Dana Glass, when was the first time you heard of One Direction? When Hannah introduced me to them. Maddie Walter, will you ever make a kick? Maybe one day. I think when I go to college, I will, just so I can connect with you guys more, because this is so sad, I probably won't be able to type as much fan fiction. M. Kaya55 asks, what is your absolute favorite fanfic you have written so far and are the most proud of? I guess I'm really proud of Asylum. I literally did not think, because I had taken like a 3-month break of writing, and I came back with Asylum, and I got over 2,000 followers just from writing that trilogy, so I was really proud how that turned out. And I actually am proud of the ending of Power Control, because originally, yeah, Harry did die. And I had 3 alternative endings. And I was in class one day, and Livy and I were writing notes to each other, because she takes them the same class as I do. And I was like, Liv, I just feel so bad killing off Harry. It's like this, I don't think it's a good time to kill off Harry because of other things that are going on, which you'll find out later. And she was like, well, what can you do about it? He can't come back to life. I'm like, yeah, he was like stabbed and then he drowned. He's dead. She's like, and I was thinking, should we make it a dream? And what was her name? Maribeth wakes up, and she was like, yeah, and he could be like, I'm like, and she can kind of like know that the pirate ship is gonna attack and stuff, and so she goes out to meet the Cerberus, and she's like, no, Harry should come in as a ball guest, and I'm like, what? Yes! So we did it, and I think it turned out really cool. Maddie Walter, can I call you Mom? Yes, you can. 1D Lover asks, what is the most romantic thing anyone could ever do to you? Oh, I like this one. Probably be surprising me, like, for, like, a dinner or something, and just spending time with me, because I love it when people want to spend time with me. It makes me feel really good. And that's pretty much, like, flowers, or, like a necklace or something for me to remember them by, or something, I don't know. Or, like, just a really long love letter. Like, when you guys leave me long comments, I take pictures of them. I love them so much. Like, they make me so happy. Emotional wreck, because 1D said, if you had one wish, what would you wish for? Oh, never mind. You can't wish for more wishes. I was like, I'd wish for 3 more wishes! Probably to marry Niall. M. Love Soccer, which fanfic was the most fun to write? Probably Asylum. Asylum was really fun to write, because when I was writing the first one, I wasn't planning on making it a trilogy, because I was like, no one's going to care about a crazy guy. And then when people are like, oh, it's so good, and I like realized I was coming to the end of it, I'm like, I should totally do a plot twist and make Harry bad. And I was like, and then I could like lead it to other stories, and I was like, I'll do that. So I had really fun, because with Asylum, I kind of just went on with it, and during Escalate, I planned out the ending to be kind of like Phantom of the Opera and stuff, so I was really excited. British Music Obsessed asks, how many 1D posters do you own? A lot. Oh my gosh, you just asked me, British Music Obsessed asked me, Team Adam or Team Warner? You like, oh my gosh, you like shouted me? No way! Okay, this is the book, guys, that I was telling you about. Okay, Team Adam or Team Warner? Team Warner, and let me tell you why. Oh my gosh, I love villains in stories. You don't even understand. I am immediately attracted to the bad guy in a story. And then when it turned out that Warner was actually going to end up being a love interest of, what's the girl's name in it? I just totally blanked out. Juliet. Oh, sorry. And when he became a love interest of Juliet, I was like, oh my gosh. And then chapter 62. Oh my gosh. Guys, that's where the quote that I want to be the friend you fall hopelessly in love with, that's what it's from. I died. Okay, I'm going to do another video.